Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for watching Cooper's Thai Adventure. Welcome back. Today I have with us a special guest. His name is Sal. He's from the States and he's one of our subscribers. He has been in Thailand now since September of last year, so he was actually here before us. And he came over and watched the channel, and I've met him in person, and he's a great guy, and I'd like you to get to meet him too, and hopefully you'll think he's a great guy as well. So without further ado, Mr. Sal, thank you for joining Cooper's video today. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I grew up there. I grew up actually in Dearborn, just outside of Detroit, in the shadow of the Ford Motor Company Rouge plant. But I kept getting out of Michigan because of the extreme cold.
Right.
It's just too much. Too much to handle. That type of cold feels like it takes your spine and does this.
Right.
So I lived elsewhere. I lived in Arizona. I lived in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was my longest stint at 24 years. I lived in California, a little bit in Oregon, quite a bit in Florida. And I mean, it's a nice life because I traveled a lot as a musician and entertainer. So I knew where to go and where I liked. And then as I got older, I said, you know, close to retirement, I want to get out.
Right.
I've been many places around the world, and we have a beautiful world, everybody. Understand, if you guys have only lived in the United States, understand something. This is a beautiful world with absolutely beautiful people. All you have to do is make the move. Get out. Take your time, do your due diligence, and go experience life. It's very inexpensive here. One of the things I want to say is from a business perspective, your cost to benefit ratio here in Thailand is astronomically beautiful. It's incredible here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, your food is almost nothing. You can eat for $3.
Yeah.
How do you beat that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't found anything as good as this.
Honest to God. Yeah. And God forbid you meet a nice woman from Thailand or from Philippines or something, Asian woman, that treats you like gold.
Yeah.
I've been married 5 times. I've never met a woman to treat me like gold.
Right.
I'm spoiled.
So you've been here 15 years. 15 months. My apologies. And it didn't take you long. You met a good woman.
I met her in my beginning of my second week here.
Second week here. Wow.
I came here with no intention of getting tied down with anyone.
Yeah.
I've had enough of my life. I just want to enjoy by myself for a while. My real intention was to get out and just travel for a while. I didn't want to lock down to any place because I have aspirations to go to South America. There's several countries I want to go see there, you know. But as God would have it, it just happens when you're not looking.
Yeah.
And I landed an absolute gem that most guys would say, oh my God, I met a woman from heaven. How do I say anything? So I shut down my life or my aspirations because the trade-off, people would say, oh no, I'm not going to stop doing what I wanted to do. In certain situations like this, when you meet a gem like this, what do? You don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
No, you
enjoy it. You enjoy it and ride it out as long as you can. Of course, you don't ever rely on things that happen to remain forever. The one constant in life is change, and so expect that. Nothing stays forever. A good thing always has a caveat in some aspect, and it never totally lasts. But while you're at it, ride it out. That's what I'm doing. And unfortunately for me, I met these 2 wonderful gentlemen, Brooke and Cooper. Those are good human beings. You guys that are watching this, you don't know them. I mean, I barely know them. I've only got to know them over a few visits, but great hearts. The honesty and integrity is second to none.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. That's not why I wanted to do the interview with you, Sal.
I'm going to be truthful on every aspect of this. You guys are brilliant. It's good to be around you. I haven't detected anything funny from you whatsoever. And when I seen your accolades for certain people, and for what's his name? Please excuse me. Please excuse me if you're listening. The actor.
Ice-T.
Ice-T. Ice-T, from what I see from you, and this is coming from a 55-plus year entertainer, you're brilliant. Your acting ability is tremendous. I've watched you for many, many years. Great. And what you said about this gentleman, God bless you, bro. Good for you.
Yeah, that was a big wake-up call for me. I wasn't expecting that. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, just out the blue. I mean, I got an email. I'll tell you the story behind it. I got an email, and the email said, I work with Ice-T, and I'm planning on coming to Thailand. I could use some help. And I said to Brooke, I showed you the email, and by the way, Brooke's behind the camera here. Only have 2 microphones. And anyways, I said to Brooke, I said, this can't be real. And he says, well, I don't know. Maybe it could, maybe it couldn't, you know. So I kept talking to him for several emails. And lo and behold, he was telling everything straight up. It was Africa Islam, another famous artist in the music industry. He's a DJ. He's starred in many movies back in the 80s, the breakdance movies, all that. And he's one of Ice-T's business partners. So he told Ice-T about me. And Ice-T made a video for me and said, send this to him. Yeah. And I put it out on my YouTube channel. He said, go ahead and use it. He said, Coop, I'd like to ask you for a personal favor. Please look after my friend, and God bless you for everything you're doing for the veterans. Mm-hmm. That blew me away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ice-T asked me for a favor to look after his friend. How can I say no? The guy's Ice-T, you know?
Yes.
One of the most famous rappers of all time and a fantastic actor to boot. Yeah, so that was the story on how Ice-T came into my life in Africa Islam.
You know, I was impressed with what you sent. I wish I knew your actual name, but as your stage name, Ice-T, what you said was brilliant. It was very nice, very kind. I never expected that from anybody in the entertainment business that high up, or the acting business. As you, I won't go into it. I know what everybody's doing. I know what that's all about. Okay, I've been studying this stuff for years and years. Okay, you come off honest, with a lot of integrity. That was so cool.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate it, Sal. I really appreciate it. So let's talk a little bit about Thailand. You've been here since September last year, so 15 months now.
Yes.
What's your opinion of it? It's your first time in Thailand, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been here 15 months. Let our viewers, what's Thailand like? The honest truth.
My original intention was Southeast Asia in general first. I wanted to experience several countries: Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam. I went to Vietnam before in 2019. I went to Da Nang. Lovely place, absolutely beautiful, right on the ocean. What was it, 20 miles, 22 miles of pristine beach.
Wow.
They have Bana Hills, which is, it made Epcot Center look like a dump and tiny. Epcot Center is maybe a tenth of what Bana Hills is. But I wanted to see Thailand, primarily because of the cultural differences and the food. You know, I'm a big foodie. I was a food critic in Las Vegas. My son's a food critic in Detroit. He owns a very large, I shouldn't say very large, but he owns a chips and salsa business. He's in over 800 stores and restaurants. So I was a food critic for a long time, and I absolutely love Thai food. I have a very diverse palate. I've had the foods of the world. I grew up with Lebanese food in my household, Italian food and American food, but I love the different cultures and the different foods. And I'll be honest with you, you guys are gonna laugh. My food experience in Detroit or in Las Vegas regarding Thai food was limited to pad Thai, chicken satay. I mean, it's fairly limited. I mean, masaman soup, I had curries, but coming here, the diversity of food that's available is incredible.
Oh yeah.
The price of the meals, listen, You know how much we pay for a meal in the United States. The different parts of the country, different quality level, different class level. It can go from a small amount, $5, $6, $7, $8, to an astronomical figure, obviously. What if I told you you can eat for 60 baht, which is a little over $1.50? And I mean, you could eat well. What do you say to that? You can have the diversity of dozens of different types of food, all health food. Let me tell you, let me distract from that for a second and tell you, when I came here, I was little over 300 pounds, 306 pounds. I lost close to 60 pounds since I've been here.
Wow.
And I'm eating every day. I'm eating good. But the difference is no chips, no candy, no garbage. I got away from all the soda. You know, my honey makes me Thai food every single day. I drink water most of the time. I mean, and my snacks now, instead of chips and dip and all that garbage, I'm eating watermelon every single day.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God, sweet watermelon.
Yeah.
And your watermelon back home, it costs what? $3 to $6 for a watermelon, typically. The little ones like this, $3. Here, I'm getting, well, the other day I got 4 small watermelons for $6. At the night market, or the fruit and vegetable markets here, one is named Ratanangkong. Huge market. And I've done a video on that too. I've had my own YouTube channel, which I pushed by the wayside. I don't have any ambition to really do that anymore. Cooper's got a lot of stamina and a lot of ability. I mean, God bless him, I watch his stuff now.
So that brings me on. You were here in Thailand 8 months before I started my YouTube channel. So you were already living here when I started my YouTube channel. What made you come and watch my channel? You're already here. You're enjoying the good life.
Just like everything else, when you want to travel to a foreign country, and I'm going to be very straight about this, and I don't pull punches, you need to do your due diligence. 99% of all your due diligence can be done on YouTube.
That's true.
Gentlemen like Cooper have channels that are so informative, you're acclimating to the situation before you even get here. Study everybody, study everything. Do all your due diligence, just like in anything you do. If you're in business, whatever you're doing, learn everything you can about it before you jump. Problem with most people is they're afraid to pull a trigger.
Right.
The more possessions that you have, the more investment you have in life in the United States, the harder it is for you to pull that trigger.
To let go.
To let go.
Yeah.
That's why it's easier for guys like us who are retired to make that move. It's easier to jump. For me, I didn't care. I gave away all my stuff to my son, my nephew, and I just let it go. I mean, possessions are just things. And I was telling Brooke, I owned an appliance business in Las Vegas. I had everything I wanted. I mean, all I had to do was pick from what I got in, and I had it for free. I learned a really good life lesson. It's just stuff. Physical products, tangible products, the things that you attach your life to are just stuff. It's nothing. The only thing is real, the only constant here is you. Really, the only constant here in this existence is your soul. It's the only constant. Everything else is is pretty much an illusion. But while
And you
you're
can't
here,
take it with you when you die either.
it all goes back in the box, just like a game. It all goes back in the box, and so do you.
Yeah, exactly.
So what you have to do is pull the trigger. Do your due diligence. Take a year, take 2 years. But also, too, take a vacation. Get your feet wet. Study where you want to go. Really analyze every aspect of it, the laws, the culture, every single thing. Now I'm going to get back because I get off track a little bit. Thailand.
Go ahead, it's your time.
Thailand has got to be one of the kindest countries I've ever been in. The people are gentle. They're soft-spoken. They're nice. They're courteous. Then I see guys from America, Australia, England that are so boisterous and loud and offensive. And they get drunk and they want to fight. The poor police here got their handful.
The younger generation, yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah.
You know? And the guys, the older guys that come out here for vacation, I mean, God bless you, whatever you want to do. But if you find yourself coming out here and sitting in the bar all day and just drinking, that's not life. This is a beautiful country with an extreme diversity of things to do and experience. Immerse yourself in the culture. The people will open up to you if you're honest, if you talk from your heart to them and make eye contact, you know. Just don't try to be phony. Just be a good human being. Because one of the things that I've said in a previous interview that I did with another YouTuber, Dan from Vagabond Awake, good human being, good man. That was a year ago when I first came here. And just like Cooper, impressed me so much. And I was watching this guy for 3, 4, 5 years before I came here. But I study everything, so I study everybody's videos. Cooper has given you so much information, and he's giving you a diversity of understanding. You know, the apartment buildings, the condos, everything that's available here. This guy's opening up the world for you here. Study. But don't just, you know, he's wonderful and stay with him, but study everybody. Thailand is a wonderful place to come and live. You're going to find a different lifestyle, more relaxed. If you come from a place like me in Detroit, I come from a really tough neighborhood. This is the exact opposite. Exact opposite, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
In Detroit, I carried my weapon with me all the time. What does that tell you? I haven't even thought about buying a weapon here. Nobody bothers you.
No.
Of course, I don't go out at night. When it gets dark, I'm 70 years old, you guys.
Wow.
When it gets dark
He looks
at
my
night,
age, don't he? 54. How's he do it?
when you go out I don't go out at night. I do the typical thing as an older adult, retired adult. I stay home. I watch television for the evening, and I go to bed at a decent time, you know. But so you're staying away from trouble, because at night later you're up and you're going out, and if you're getting drunk and you're loud and boisterous, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Just like anywhere else, but here it's less. We're not talking about the difference between here and Colombia, which is wonderful. Colombia is I have an aspiration to go to Colombia to see Medellin. I want to go to Peru. I want to go to Bolivia. I want to go to, oh my God, Rio de Janeiro. There's so many things I want to see. But I found a gem here in Thailand. Good people at every turn. Everybody smiles.
Yeah.
Everybody's truthful.
Very friendly people.
Oh my God. How do you say no to any of that?
You can't,
So I'm
especially
happy.
when you're coming from the States. And,
Oh my
I mean,
God.
you being from Detroit, me being from, you know, California, I've seen the worst of crime in the States. You know, the drive-by shootings, going into a 7-Eleven to buy some milk, and next thing you know, somebody's holding the place up with a gun, you know. You never knew from one day to the next, you know, whether somebody was going to pop you.
At 70 years old, I experienced life that went from a beautiful environment, nice neighborhoods, like in Detroit specifically, nice neighborhoods, everything beautiful, to absolute dump. Let me tell you guys something that a lot of people don't consider. What's happening in the United States today, you have to ask yourself, is it by accident or by design? Think about it. You can't change anything that's happening. Nobody can. But you can, if you have the ability, you can get out and experience life that's so much more beautiful. Wonderful weather year-round. You know how cold Detroit is?
Yeah,
Or my buddy
cold.
Sal in Chicago, or anybody in the northern states. Here, I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts every single day.
Yeah. There is no winter here.
There's no winter. Year-round is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
You have a couple of days of a little bit cooler. Yeah, it gets down 80, 85, as low as 80 during the day sometimes. And it's 70, 75 at night.
Yeah.
That's the lowest it gets.
That's it. That's beautiful weather right there.
That's a dream, isn't it?
That's a dream come true.
And I lived in California, several different spots. Nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
You know, But you got to like humidity too. I mean, this is like, I lived in central and southern Florida, and this is very similar to Florida. Only you don't have the gators and the snakes.
That's true.
I can't tell you enough about Thailand.
Yeah.
And to listen to this gentleman's videos, he's giving you his heart. He doesn't want your money. He's honest. He's got a lot of integrity. Okay? That buy a cup of coffee, so what? That's nothing. Okay? He gives out more than he takes in. Okay? And I want you to know that from my heart. I'm not trying to sell him. I'm telling you the truth. All right? He doesn't need to be sold. Okay? You guys that are taking advantage of his videos and other people's videos, you're doing the right thing. Get out, though. Make the move. Okay? I don't want to get into a rut with saying the same thing over and over again, but I do want to touch on the most important thing. Do your due diligence before you jump.
Yeah.
People fall over themselves, and also oftentimes if they don't have the discipline, they lose everything they have in a hasty move. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Be wise in everything you do.
Fantastic advice.
I talk too much, don't I?
But I love it. You're a very charismatic gentleman, and I knew from the first day that I met you I liked you because you're a straight shooter. All right, everything you say is just straight off the chest, off your heart. There's no BS about you, and I really like that about people. And that's how you came across to me, and that's what I knew day one we were going to be friends.
Thank God.
You know, that you're someone I would like to spend a lot of time with because I think you're good people.
I'm sorry I don't hang around with you guys more. I spend most of my time at home, you guys, just like any other older person.
Yeah.
I don't go out. I don't do a lot of things. If I go out, I go out to the market. Night markets are cheap. They're wonderful to experience. If you want American food, it's here. You can get your ribs. You can get your fried chicken. And one of the things I like to mention, you passed it when you went to Coopersthaiadventure Market.
What was that?
You passed one of the booths that I thought to myself, oh my God, I wish he wouldn't have passed it. I love sushi, you guys.
Oh, the sushi
I'm a
one,
sushi freak, right?
Yeah.
At one point, in Las Vegas especially, because I used to barter for my certain things and services I wanted, I would eat 3 times a week sushi at nice sushi bars.
Yeah.
Now here you go to the night markets, and it's not top-end sushi, but you're looking at 10 pieces with an 11th piece as a comp for 100 baht.
100 baht, $3.
100 baht is $3.
Yeah, $3.
How the hell you beat that?
You can't. You can't.
So I mean, you have your American food here.
Uh-huh.
You have your salads. You have everything as normal. Of course, you can go to a nice steakhouse. I won't spend that money, but let me point out something to you guys.
What's that?
Something different from the United States. All the beef here is from Australia.
Yeah.
Australian beef is soft. How would I say it?
Tender.
It's not just tender. It's smoother tasting. It doesn't have the harshness. It's hard for me to put it. So American beef is a little more has a little more bite to it. You eat the beef here, you're going to be amazed how delicious it is. Just phenomenal.
So let me ask you this. Let's get around to budget. What do you budget yourself a month here in Thailand?
You guys, I told Brooke and Cooper the truth about my life. I've made and lost many times in my life. My end result is I only survive on my Social Security, which I wanted you guys out, and there's a reason why I created my channel, was for those poor people that don't have a lot.
Yeah.
My specific target was the men and women out there that are at the end of their life, or the last quarter of their life, that have only Social Security to exist on. You know you can't, unless you're making above $2,000 a month, which is still small money. I'm going to be square with you. I make $1,348 a month.
Okay.
I have no savings. Everything was lost when I lost in certain endeavors. So what? So what? I made a decision, especially when they wanted to jack up my rent, to change my location to a place that was more conducive to my financial ability. Here, I have a condo right on what's referred to as Second Road. I oversee the ocean on a elevated floor. I won't tell you which floor, but I'm in a condo that's just, you guys would pay $1,500 to $2,000 a month for. My condo cost me $340 a month.
$340 a month.
13,000 baht. What does that come to?
Oh, 370, 360.
Yeah, about 360, I'd say.
I have a one bedroom. It's exceptional. I mean, it's not the Ritz, but it is very nice. I have a pool that's second to none with 2 pirate ships on it. Just gorgeous, and this thing goes forever. Massive pool. I live like a rich person. On what, nickels and dimes that I make? I make nothing. So understand, some of you guys that are watching this video, if you only have $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a month, and you're sitting home screaming how everything's coming at you and it's too much to live on, consider making a move. Everything here in Thailand, I mean, my electric is my last month bill was 1,065 baht. What is that? $35,
34?
32, $33 roughly.
Yeah.
My water bill was 500 baht.
Under $15. Yeah.
It's stupid. I hate to say stupid money because a customer or a viewer called me on that. She said, quit saying stupid money.
So your utility bills are literally under $50 a month.
And my food, I go to a grocery store called Big C here.
Yeah.
Very similar to Walmart. So I mean, the similarities are ridiculous. The only difference is you have a diversity of food that you don't experience in the United States, because you're getting stuff from England, you're getting stuff from Australia, you're getting stuff from around Southeast Asia. So you have a little more diversity. And of course, everything is in English. I mean, they have your Thai print here too, but everything is in English. It's a no-brainer. I spend $60 roughly, which is 2,000 baht, maybe a little more every time I go. And then that's for my regular groceries. And then I go to the fruit and vegetable market, massive. I've done a video on it. Huge place. It's endless fruits and vegetables, really exotic stuff, beautiful. And I spend another 1,000, 1,500 baht, maybe. And I come home and my refrigerator is literally filled. I do that twice a month. So you can tell this is not surpassing my budget. It's simple to live here. If you're single, or even if you're married, you have a double income, Social Security, you're going to do really well here. I mean, really well. You'll be in a paradise that you can afford. If you guys are in Detroit, St. Louis, Philadelphia, wherever it's cold, wherever it's dismal, wherever you see multiple poor people that have turned into addicts, that are living on the street in a tent, like I've seen in Las Vegas and all over LA. There's people that have lost their life. Typically, and usually, everybody wants to browbeat them down like it is their fault. Listen, if it wasn't for the government making drugs illegal and corralling all that money so they can make money for their military operations, they wouldn't be in that position. I mean, the war on drugs was really the war on the American citizen. That's the truth.
One final question. I wish I could speak to you all day. I love talking to you. But anyways, you've been here 15 months now. Any regrets about Thailand? Anything you don't like about it?
Not a single thing. I mean, I won't drive a car here or get a motorbike. A lot of people want to get a motorbike. And if you get your international driver's license and obtain your license here, you can get your motorbike or a nice car, and then you're free to go do whatever you want. At 70 years old, I've driven too much in my life. I mean, I've driven across country several times. I'm just tired of it. So I won't buy a car, and I could care less about a motorbike. The only difference is it's a little bit hectic here. People don't pay attention to the laws. I mean, the road laws are very few and far between. Of course, it's not like in Da Nang, Vietnam, where you find only 3 street lights in the whole city.
Wow.
But you're taking your life in your hands a lot of times, so I don't want to do the taking that risk. I mean, when you have congestion here, people get wild, and they will drive the opposite way. And if you're driving, if you're walking on the sidewalk, you got to watch it because people are driving their motorbike up on the sidewalk too. But again, so what? There's no regret. I mean, I couldn't tell you enough. The country's wonderful. You have a monarchy here. They haven't been colonialized like in so many other countries. And the rules and regulations are so much more kind, so much more conducive to humanity, for good human quality of life. So the regrets, I wouldn't say I have a single regret.
No.
Of course, I don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I steer clear of bad moves. Common sense, logic. Everything you do, you have to calculate. So you can easily steer clear of problems and issues. So when you ask me if I have any regrets, I couldn't name a single one. Honest to God, it's really that good here.
Wow. Glad to hear it.
How the hell do you say anything?
Okay. You've been here longer than me, so that's a big compliment right there.
I mean, you could, don't get me wrong. There are people coming here, everybody has their own frame of mind and their own viewpoint in life, their own perspective, their own likes and dislikes. There's people that come here with an attitude. Even some people that I've seen that are just, because it's a sex-oriented town, okay? Sex is widely available. Prostitution, even though it's claimed to be illegal, it's everywhere, okay? It's sanctioned. You have your everything from your streetwalkers to your bars that have that. They have everything here. Everything for everybody. Just don't become, I'm not going to pull a punch. Don't be an idiot. Be a good human being. Don't treat people bad. Okay? Don't be arrogant thinking that you have and they don't have. And you're going to be uppity about stuff and boisterous and voice your opinion based on your viewpoint. Be a good human being. Don't go aside from that. Don't ever step out of that. If you're going to be a drunk, a dope addict, a bad person, stay home. All right? Please listen to me. Stay home. They don't need it here. These people are wonderful people here. We're in a resort town, a vacation town.
Yeah.
People are already jaded from having too many drunks, people that want to fight, they get drunk, they're stupid. Thank God I don't even go near there. So I have a normal life. But don't come here and do that. If you're going to do that, stay home. All right? Please, I'm begging you. Don't ruin this wonderful heaven we have here.
And where we live is a nice, beautiful retirement community. We're not in all the bar area and prostitution area.
That's a congested area. Or I shouldn't say congested. It's in basically one spot.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be into the neighborhoods where nice, normal people are.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a big market here. Excuse me for referring to it as a market. It's a habit. It's a beautiful city here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? There's a lot of diversity and a lot of wonderful people. If you allow yourself, you're going to meet a lot of wonderful people that will enrich your life. I met two great gentlemen right here. You don't see Brooke here or anything, but you see him on the channel. Brooke's a brilliant man, great financial advice. Trust me, if I had bigger money, I'd be asking him to help me. It's a pleasure to meet these gentlemen.
And it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on to
Thank you.
this channel, Sal. You're always a gentleman and a scholar. I really respect you a lot.
Excuse me, guys, for talking too much.
And by the way, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's called Budget Dream Travel.
Budget Dream Travel.
I did roughly 15, 16, 17 videos.
Yeah.
I just don't have the desire really to do any more. I have other aspirations right now as an older person. I want to just enjoy my life.
Yeah. So if you want to get to know Sal a little bit better, go check his YouTube channel out. It's called
Budget Dream Travel.
Budget Dream Channel.
Travel.
Travel. My mistake. Budget Dream Travel. And I'll get it right. And you'll get to know Sal a little bit better, like I do. And he's an absolute fantastic guy. He's been here 15 months in Thailand. He absolutely loves it. He's met the woman of his life, and it took him just 2 weeks to meet her. And she's been living with him ever since. And he couldn't be happier than Larry. So If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it really helps us get more people onto the channel. Great people like Mr. Sal here and Mr. Brooke and many others that we've had on the show. And they could be able to watch our channel and come out and join us here in Thailand. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you.
Have a great
Stay
evening.
tuned.